Everyone, and we are for more Halcyon 6, and we are preparing for the aliens, for the cruel, and we also need to go find Strange Signal Origin, which is in Amazon, which the guy is doing, right? Our physicist? Yeah, 2 days for that. And Pirate Base Siege has 48 days, so plenty of time. So, firstly, keep flying around collecting materials while I wait for the physicist to complete his scan. Forces have experienced a strange phenomenon deep in cruel space. Get out of here. Fleet has detected a strange broadcast, beautiful ghostly song emanating from a small gas field in cruel space. Our translation algorithms suggest the song seems to be asking our fleet to disperse dark matter in a strange floating box nearby. No. Psychically commune with the creature. That seems hard. A strange broadcast, beautiful ghostly song emanating from a small gas field in cruel space. Okay, so it's not necessarily the cruel. Sure, go for it. Your fleet launches the capsules of dark matter into the mysterious floating box. Following a violent outburst of light, the box appears in its place is a gift. Amygdalic projector 3 and morale. Collect the equipment. I'm not sure if that's something we actually want to use or not. I don't remember what level of amygdalic projector we're using, if any. Get out of there. Grab the crew from Pablo. You've been recruited. Well, I feel like we're pretty set on most resources. We've been collecting a lot of resources. The new Hunter class starship. Oh, are we building a... forget about it. I'll assign them when the first returns. I don't think we're building a second ship, are we? We're not. So let's get our engineering next. And we're using our engineering ships as tanks. So we want the tankier vessel, I believe. So the Exemplar. Construct. And then science, we'll want to, might as well get that queued up as well. The tankier ship does more damage and has more crit, just a little bit slower. Yeah, the enchanter, I think overall I like better. Also queue up and enchanter. We have so many resources. We can build ships for years. Commander, sense of situation in the starbase, I'm afraid you'll need to involve yourself within. Halcyon 6 love triangles. We've been going for the last few months. We've heard this one before. We transported to love hexadecahedron. The complexity has resulted in a noticeable downtick in productivity. Yeah, counselor's room, get going. Deal with it later. We need someone to go do that test. I think Carl can do it when he comes back. My stupid chair. Alright, so my chair is broken just like an hour ago. What had happened is I've been reclining it into... It's gonna make me sound like I'm this huge... Like, I'm a big, heavy man. I assure you, I am not a heavy man. I'm like, not even... I'm like sub 200 pounds. I'm not a light man, but I'm not overweight. So I may be like mildly overweight at best. But the chair broke. I've been leaning back into it too extremely, and it's a chair where the back piece is held on by the arm pieces, and the arm pieces, the plastic exploded and it snapped, and now I just have like a stool to sit on. It's a little embarrassing. My wife offered me her chair, which I may take her up on that sooner rather than later, because just sitting in a stool is going to get very not the best. Let's have the first return starbase so we can put Ibrahim in our tier 3. Commander, we finished a scan of Amazon, and luckily we were able to process the entire message. Is anybody receiving this? This is Commander Inaborg Zhao of the New Terran Federation. I'm sharing some sort of cosmic rift, the same kind those aliens came through when they invaded New Terra. Based on my readings, the rift's current location is somewhere in the Amazon system. I've been stuck here for months. I managed to escape the shuttle's reactor core going this whole time as a miracle, but we can't hold on much longer. If you're receiving this and I'm no longer at Amazon, then the rift must have moved to another sector. It only stays open for a short time. They are cruel here, but I've managed to avoid detection. If anyone's receiving this, expect heavy resistance. Commander and I know what to look for. Build scan Federation space with their signature. We know which sector is open at currently, but it won't be long before it jumps again. So we need to hunt down this. We need to hunt this thing down. Stop. Okay, stop. First is returning. You return. And now, Carl, you go into the starbase. And you do the counselor room task. Just to get that taken care of. I know it takes you 5 days because you're not particularly diplomatic or tactical, but you're available. And then Ibrahim gets our newest ship. Where is it? The Hunter. That, of course, goes to Ibrahim. Congratulations. Equipment. What is that? Amygdalic projector 3 is 15 aim. Yes, please. And we otherwise want some damage. Right? Damage 9%? Damage 9% is probably the best we're gonna get. So plus 9% damage. A little bit more damage, a little bit more aim. And then U3... We have 8 days for that to finish. We have no time limit on rescuing Ingeborg Zhao, which is weird considering he's supposed to be dying or whatever. That's the wrong thing. The Pirate Base Siege. Let's go take care of the Pirate Base Siege, which is right here. Oh, we need to rebuild the first, which is remove that, which is just putting Abraham back in his hunter. Alright, launch the fleet. Repair. Pirates' secret base under siege, protected to save them from annihilation. Weird, we're helping pirates, but any non-cruel entity is our friend. 6 skills we can pick from. Ooh, howdy, howdy, howdy. Okay, we do like harass, and we like crippling shot and bullseye. Do inflict engines down, exploit sensors offline, and vulnerable. What else do we have? Missile Swarm inflicts weapon disruption on all enemies. That's pretty good, even though we can't exploit weapon disruption with a weak science attack, but the chair keeps grinding because like it's still on, currently connected by the other armrest, so it's just half on, and like the faux leather is rubbing against itself. All enemies, engines down. A lot of all enemies. Might not even want targeting support anymore. Just have more attacks, but it does have, these do have warm-up turns, warm-up time. Munitions backfire. Single enemy inflicts weapons disruption and munitions backfire and exploits sensors offline. It has a 4-turn cooldown, but we do a lot of sensors offline. Grab one more. Never mind, 2 more. Seeker missiles inflicts engines down and whatever pulse mesh is. What is pulse mesh? Does some damage over time. And what is munitions backfire? Damage over time. Alright, is this like actually just damage over time? Because that doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it is some damage over time. Do I really care about damage over time? Not that much. Because we're just going to take multiple exploits, sensors offline, take focus beam, because that does way more. Actually does less damage. So never mind. And I do take the all enemy shots. Exploits vulnerable in all enemies. That inflicts engines down on enemies. That inflicts weapons disruption. Let's take weapons disruption on all enemies. Inflicts engines down and some damage over time. It does decent damage actually. Do I want all engines down? I want all engines down as well. I guess I can take also inflicts engines down on one enemy. 4-turn cooldown, 2-turn cooldown. Or you just take the bonus damage for all allies. That might be, we can always just change it in the future. I think everybody else's setup is fine. Try to keep it kind of similar to what we already had before. Oh, and these 4 things are going to get wrecked no matter what. Don't even really need that protective field up. Buff everyone's damage. Don't really need to do that. I guess we're just. This is like a fly fire exercise for this fleet. I'll start with the strongest one. Alright, took no damage, as we expected. Go ahead and hit it with sensors offline. And now let's see what the Tier 4 can do. Alright, Tier 4's first real attack. One shot that thing. Could have rolled up to 2,000 damage. Disable that guy for me. Not effective, huh? Alright. Then with some sensors offline. And Missile Swarm looks cool. We can do that just to, like, see it in action. And I feel like we should. What does Missile Swarm look like? Pretty much how I imagined. Hey! AoE, all the AoE damage actually, like, worked that time. Mostly because those were ridiculously weak ships that we were contending. Fire fleets seem to be holding their own against remaining cruel, but they could definitely use further help. Oh, fight on. Oh, it's one of these deals. It's one of these multiple layers of enemies to fight, which is totally fine by us. I haven't even used any ammunition yet. Luckily for me, I don't really lean back when I do any gaming. It's just gonna be when I'm doing other things that I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna lay back and relax. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. Which one of you's like the most damaging? Any of you even like a threat? Or just whatever. Just yeah, choppers. Makes sense. They sound like they do damage. Despite our like massive advantage over these guys, we shouldn't let ourselves get too lazy about killing them. And you bullseye that guy to exploit vulnerable and one-shot him. Disable him. And then you can go ahead and actually disable him as well. It will just take no damage. Oh, there's harass right here. And what attacks did you have again? Anything else I want to set you up to exploit? No, not really. Just sensors. Just more sensors down. And make it vulnerable. Like I said, just keep up the keep up good best practices here. I feel like get used to the new buttons, the new order buttons. Garbage and garbage. So many Omega drones. I can't carry. Like if I had a ton more equipment slots, I would carry more Omega drones, but I can't. So it's not giving me Omega drones because I just take the passive buffs instead. They seem generally a little bit better than a small heal over time. When I have 2 ships capable already of healing both themselves and their allies. And you have a lot of HP. Probably don't do the most damage though. Can't even hit. Can't even hit me. How are you gonna win? We're outgunned, outmatched, overleveled. Yeah, hit that to take advantage of the vulnerability. You can maybe finish him off. I'm not even looking at the damage right now. I'm just assuming that we're gonna be effective. We're gonna be effective regardless. Taking out both their engines. You can exploit both their engines being down. And then we don't need to exploit weapons offline because I haven't used that attack yet. But we totally can. Also should be disabling these guys as frequently as you can because it acts as a stun, which is obviously really good. Beautiful. It does feel really good though. Just like crush them with AoE. Alright, how many more battles? We can fight more drones. I feel like this is a mission that was supposed to happen a long time ago. Finish the fight. Alright, so this is the last fleet, and it's tier 2, tier 2, tier 3. Yeah, I feel like this fight was supposed to trigger a long time ago. And it evidently hasn't. Maybe we went too quick for the... Maybe we outpaced the game a little bit, or... Maybe some things are time-based and some... I'm not sure. It just seems like this is, This fight is just... It should have happened a while ago, and we're way overpowered for it right now. Should focus this guy, just... I assume he does most damage, considering he's called a chopper. Hey, you did some damage. Well, we're going to go back to repairs. We can use our ammunition as required. Yeah, just go ahead. Nah, just exploit it. That was enough damage. Who's next? You're next. And you're next. Will I kill you? No, absolutely not. Instead, disable that guy. Take down all our sensors. You should miss. And we time to just start going off on combos. unnecessary but also very fun AoE combos. We shouldn't make a habit out of that necessarily. These enemies are weak, so we can mess around and have fun, but in the future, this is mostly setting up for our... It's mostly setting up for our tactical ship to set up combos, which is obviously not what we want. We want our tactical ship to finish the combos. Having our tactical ship do the setting up so we get the bonus damage as our main damage ship obviously doesn't make a ton of sense. Glorious battle, likes of which I venture to say, will never be forgotten. Not as long as the humanoids still breathe. Many thanks, Federation allies. You're welcome, pirates. Collect. Oh, Abraham level. Oh, hey, we got a bunch of levels. Not off that combat, because you guys weren't in the combat, but just coincidentally at a similar time. You are our tactical operative. Could improve focus fire more, even though it's not something he ever does. Anything else we want instead? Because we never really use focus fire on this guy, so I don't want to keep using it up. And plus 10 evasion. Excellent. Perfect. Improves some combat powers. Improves some combat powers. Improves sabotage and stealth ground combat powers. Ground combat power. Base combat power. Low combat power. Landing. Ooh, improves crit. We gotta go for that one. Improves kamikaze and adds a huge damage boost to the unit. Whoa there, buddy. That one also sounds good. Massive damage doctrine. Just plus 15% ship damage. Okay. Improves critical damage chance in both. Okay, so this one's crit and damage, and this one's crit. So we want to go actually this direction. So advanced weapons. And then you guys, what are you guys doing? Well, get up your skills. And then, yeah, have otherwise take bonuses and such. We don't have any chaos theorists, although it doesn't give him as much engineering skills, so you have to go engineering. And here, not really a big deal what you take because you're not a combatant for the most part. Okay, first fleet return. And then go investigate Ibrahim because we have the time to do it. How much time for our next ship though? 3 days. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. But let's see if we get there in time. The first, yes, launch the fleet, prepare. Very cheap. Our ships move fast. We got tons of upgrades. Got tons of resources to get more upgrades and build more stuff. In fact, we should be investing some officers in upgrades. I'm not sure if we're high enough level. We did get some levels. Commander, our first fleet has arrived. Nice to see a friendly face, finally. Now listen carefully. I'm going to supercharge my wave transmitter so you can get a lock me through this rift, and then teleport me with everything you've got. Getting some interference looks a little cruel. We're able to pick up your signal. Our fleet should brace for incoming. Okay. Oh, okay. That was still a weird screen. Now we just fight T4 here. Ooh, okay, it's gonna be a real fight. Let's go, boys. What is this? Resistance to engines down. That's unfortunate because that's a thing we have. Do I need to switch up for that? Exploits sensors offline. All enemies, exploits vulnerable. Single enemy, inflicts engines down. Nah, I think we're fine, even though we're not going to use crippling. I don't think we're going to use whatever else we take. Let's engage in what we have. And just because they get extra resistance doesn't mean it's necessarily lost cause to even do it. You are scary, the adult shredder. I don't like the idea of an adult shredder. Because it's called a shredder, that sounds like a damage ship. Let's focus it down. God, unfortunately, Rev Up does exploit engines down. I was about ready to be like, alright, it's time to finally use that Rev Up that we've been ignoring. But probably not today. Alright, brace for impact. Ouch. Almost one-shot my science vessel. Additive armor up for sure. Get some heals over time. You can't take down his engines due to engines down, so that would be a 35%. See, I mean, can-ish. It might be better for you to just disable one of these ships. Who's next? You're next. Hit him with the suicide run. Resisted the disability. What about you? 95% chance. Ship disabled. Take down all their sensors, please. Not effective. Oh, I really wanted to target you for the vulnerable. Take all ships' weapon disruption, just for the actual effect of weapons disruption. They all resisted it? That's not good. Don't hit them all with mines. You can actually throw out that vulnerability on that guy and then exploit sensors offline. Once we get a chance to do so. You're next, and then you disable that one. It's only 35%. Wow, it's weak. I shouldn't be rushing through this. Look at these numbers. These are some important numbers we're missing. Alright, yeah, you. All enemies drone storm, or start repairing yourself. You can start repairing yourself. Also remove that damage over time. And you... Yeah, it's probably a good time for this skill. And I would have the Hunter Cloak, but he's also our highest tier unit. He's also the weakest, because he's not meant to take shots. Exploit vulnerability. Yeah, just exploit the sword's gone. Get that damage in there. So you're healing a ton over time. Re-up the protective field. And you re-vulnerabilize that thing. At least you should be able to finish off, because bullseyes every turn. Alright, your sensors are just coming. Both of your sensors are just coming back on. Ooh, actually can try to disable the top guy. You can't disable, you don't have enough. So instead, just sensors offline again. Oh, jeez! Nope, 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 nope. Ooh, that's why I like the multiple healing. Actually, the vulnerable's about to go off, so hit that first. That is one of our stronger attacks, amazingly. Keep them blind. They can't hit what they can't see. Now you should be able to kill it pretty easily. Try to land stun. You have nothing else going on, so why not? Oh, he's already stunned. Oops. Thought it said not effective. My bad. Alright, just the one ship left that doesn't have too much of a chance. I think we'll be okay. And harass. And then next turn it should be dead. Bullseye? Pretty sure Bullseye does more damage. No, they're the same damage, that's right. They're the same, they just exploit different things. So typically we want to harass and just keep the vulnerability debuff on them if we're just going for damage. Omega Drones, so many Omega Drones. And actually I ended with max HP. Hopefully there's not more fights. The colony stars are safe. I guess it just triggered that it was attacking the colony. Commander, Zhao, signs off supporting for duty. I'll try to get up to speed on what's happening. It won't take me long. Hello, Innoborg, Zhao, is this the space biologist? The green alien biologist? Leave system. And we got a bunch of dark matter, none of which we really need. You are a singularity. Do you have epic combat? Oh, you might be our new combat science officer then. And you know what? I think you're it. I think you're the new combat science officer once you get up to once you get some experience up. I give you counselor training, and we give you the singularity. What does singularity do? 300% damage to all enemies. 1 per mission. Not very nice. Inflicts, like, everything, including whatever the singularity is. Yeah, so you're gonna be our combat officer. Combat science officer, as soon as I get you up to speed. That's a good ability. That's a good ability. Don't care about that. Because this is actually kind of a damaged ship. You do get that. We want you to go. Speed maneuvers okay, and speed's obviously great. Critical hits are eh. I mean, you're not actually damaged though, so you need to be careful about that. Stasis lock, just upgrade your crowd control. You upgrade crowd control. Then you need to go that way. In order to get that way, you need to grab that thing, which unlocks that thing. Which we're out of points for. Should have taken Conscious Crystalline Generation instead. Alright, so I need to get you some experience. You mostly get experience through combat, though. But you can't even fly at tier 4, can you? So we just need you to have experience. Where's the tier 4 anchor? Can you do tier 4 upgrades even? What level would that be for that? Where did I put tier 4? Evidently no one here can do it. You need to be level 10, so you can't even do tier 4 upgrades. I guess I just put you in dark matter, that way I can leave you a task to do, and then I can just leave and leave you to enjoy it. Or throw up max HP. Yeah, do that instead. There you go, that's something very productive you can do. Now we level up Isolde. Like I said, command, we're not really using that skill. Improves repair drone overdrive. Improves damage for engineering. Improves ship speed by 5%. We want deflection doctrine. But also advanced circuitry. Well, he's mostly supposed to be tanky. So we go for deflection doctrine, which is down here. And then you there, Ilaria. Sorry, Ilaria, you're gonna be off the team here soon. But you can upgrade your spin maneuver, just because we do have a bit of a combo going right now. And also that gives you. Oh no, I was supposed to go for nothing for you. Never mind. I was thinking of our tactical officer. Let's say we're supposed to go for critical hits, but not really. Not with the science officer. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Pretty solid. We got tons of officers. Tier 4s are coming on the way. I kind of really wish Ingeborg was a higher level. I'm not sure to level up her more than drag her out into combat, which I suppose I can do to replace Ilaria. It's only take 2 days. Maybe have the fleet come back, swap out Ilaria for Ingeborg, go try to find some trouble. Are you guys weak fights? They're tier 4s. We fought. Yeah, we fought tier 4s. Well, we can take some tier 4s. We have our own tier 4s. We can pick on some of these smaller fleets just for experience. Yeah, it's like tier 3, tier 3, tier 2. Yeah, we'll send her out to fight, intentionally get some experience. And if we're going to do that, don't we have upgrades for... Not officers' quarters. Don't we have upgrades for experience via combat? I'm not sure where that is. Experience via combat. Officer Academy. Experience versus combat. But that's the level 10 upgrade, so we already have as much as we can get. So let's have somebody come back and work on it for a few days. Not gonna happen. 50 days. I mean, it's a big science project. I guess we have Ilaria do that while he's replaced. That wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe for more fun Twitch Steel. I'll see you guys next time. And your obscure compliment for the day is you could be really good at science even if you aren't green.